Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dom. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I typically make bookish content, movie content, and anything else in between because I like to do whatever I want on this channel, and tonight is going to be movie content. For tonight's video, we're going to go over the 25 movies I would like to watch this Christmas season. Don't lick that. So every year I set 2 goals for myself when it comes to movies. Around the spooky season, I like to watch 31 new to me horror, thriller, Halloween themed movies, etc. And around the Christmas season, I like to try to watch 25 new to me Christmas movies. Have I ever achieved this? No. The spooky movie version I just achieved for the first time this year, so I'm determined to achieve the Christmas movie version this year. I wrote out a list of 25 movies I would like to see. Granted, I need to be transparent with y'all. I am filming this in early November. It's not feasible for me to be able to watch all of these in the month of December, so I am going to cheat and start in mid-November. But either way, I was never a Thanksgiving person anyway, so Christmas season has always started in November for me. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The first 3 movies I want to go over are going to be the movies I'm going to be reacting to this year. All 3 of these movies have been on my list for literal years, and I could just never get around to them. The first movie being Holiday Affair, because I have somehow made 26 years of my life never seeing this movie, and I feel like this is a classic on par with It's a Wonderful Life, It Happened on Fifth Avenue, etc., etc. This movie is about what the title suggests. It is about an affair during the Christmas season. So I am excited to watch this because it sounds like quite the scandal, and we do love a scandalous Christmas season. And the next movie I'm going to be reacting to is Muppets Christmas Carol. This was recommended to me actually by a friend, Abby, over at Abby of Pellinor. I admittedly am not a fan of the Christmas Carol. I am so fucking sick of it, and I even read the book and was not a fan of the book. Me and Charles Dickens don't get along. However, I am of the opinion that the Muppets make everything better. So despite not liking the Christmas Carol, I am still really excited to watch this film because I know it's going to be full of corny puns, corny self-aware puns, and that's the best type of humor. And I'm just excited to see what Kermit the Frog has to bring to the table. And then the last movie I'm going to be reacting to is Rise of the Guardians. In this movie, a bunch of mythical creatures such as Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, Jack Frost, etc. come together and have to fight the Nightmare King. I'm actually reading the books right now. This is based on a series that's 5 books long, and it's for about middle schoolers. I am on the 4th book. The first 2 books I only gave like 3 out of 5 stars. I thought they were just okay, but the 3rd book was great. I gave that 4 out of 5, and I'm really liking the 4th book right now, so I'm excited to see how this movie adapts that. This movie has actually been on my to-watch list since I started doing movie adaptations on my channel back in like 2019, 2020. I keep pushing it off. It's been such a long time, and it has to happen in 2023. So the next batch of movies are going to be the movies I'm trying to watch in the month of November. The first movie on this list is The Lion in Winter. This takes place on Christmas Day back in the 1100s, and it's about King Henry II and his estranged queen fighting over an heir. I believe the only connection this has to Christmas is the fact that it's on Christmas Day, but I don't care. I'm gonna count it anyway. I also want to watch Meet Me in St. Louis. This is the Judy Garland film that, again, it's another film that's a classic, and I have never seen it in my 26 years of life. This is the movie where she sings Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which is my favorite rendition of that song, and it's bittersweet. It makes me sad but also happy at the same time. This one I'm choosing to watch in November because from what I was reading, it's a seasonal movie. It's not necessarily a Christmas movie. It just happens to have a scene. It just happens to have a Christmas scene, kind of like It's a Wonderful Life, but a lot of people just associate it with Christmas. So that's why this is going to be a November film to kind of do that transition. And the next 3 films are actually horror films, which is why I'm watching them in November, kind of do something between Halloween and Christmas. The first one being Jack Frost, which is when Jack Frost is a murderer. I found out about this movie on the React channel, actually. They were reacting to like campy, slashy horror or something like that. Then I have Black Christmas on the list, which is about a sorority that gets attacked by a murderer. The girl who plays Juliet in 1968's Romeo and Juliet is the lead in this. And then the last movie is Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is another horror slasher film. Carmine, you are in the way. And then a 3rd batch of movies. The Muppets Christmas Carol has actually inspired me to explore more of the Muppets Christmas lore. There's like 4 other Muppet Christmas movies, and all of them are on my list for this year. I am very determined to watch them. So the 4 movies are as follows. We have John Denver and the Muppets Christmas, A Muppets Family Christmas, It's a Very Muppets Christmas Movie, and A Muppets Christmas. I don't know what any of these about and how they differentiate from one another. And I'm just gonna watch these in the order they came out. I don't know when I'm gonna watch them. Like, I don't know if they're gonna be like my first December movie / November even, or like late December. Rest assured, I'm gonna watch them. Like I said, the Muppets make everything better. The final batch of movies is just everything else I plan to watch. I didn't put them in a specific category. The first one is gonna be Candy Cane Lane, which is gonna be a Prime exclusive movie with Eddie Murphy. I chose to watch this just because I'm looking for newer Christmas movies that are coming out this year. And also, I haven't seen Eddie Murphy in things in such a long time, and I do like his previous movies. So I'm excited to see him in a comedy again. Then I have Tokyo Godfathers, which is about 3 homeless men who find a baby and spend Christmas Eve trying to reunite him with his family. I want to watch this because 1, it's an anime Christmas movie. 2, it's by the same guy who made Perfect Blue, which is one of the most fucked up movies I've ever seen. So I want to see if this is on par or a different mood entirely, and if he can pull off a different mood. Then I have The Nativity Story. This specific movie has the same director as the first Twilight movie, so Catherine Hardwicke. So I am just so curious, and I have to see it, and especially because Oscar Isaac is Joseph in this movie, so my curiosity has peaked. I had this on my list last year and missed it, so I definitely need to watch it this year. We have Holiday Inn, which again is another classic I have never seen before. I feel like there's a select group of classics I watched growing up, and those are the movies I continuously watched every year and was like scared to expand my horizons for whatever reason. So this movie definitely has to get watched. And especially because my parents own this movie, so I remember growing up and seeing this on the shelves all the time. So I don't know why I never watched it. Then we have Love Actually, which is a romance Christmas movie that all my friends love. The next movie on this list is I'll Be Home for Christmas, which is about a boy who gets lost after being dumped somewhere. There's a movie on my list called Christmas Eve, but I do not know which year I'm looking at. I just wrote down the title, and there's so many movies called Christmas Eve on Letterboxd. So I will figure that out eventually. Then I have a movie called The Christmas Martian on this list, which I added last year but could never get to. This is, as the title suggests, it's about a Christmas Martian. There's not much to it. The ratings on Letterboxd are really, really low, so I may or may not be walking into another Santa Claus on Planet Mars or whatever that god-awful movie was called. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. We'll see what this one has to bring. Then we have The Man Who Invented Christmas, which is the story of Charles Dickens, and it's so funny that this is on my list given how I just said I'm beefing with Charles Dickens. I read 2 of that man's books and I hated both of them. And again, I'm not a huge fan of A Christmas Carol, but I'm interested to see its origins. Then I have 1991's All I Want for Christmas, which is about 2 kids of divorcee parents trying to get them back together in time for the holidays. Violent Nights, which stars David Harbour. From what I got of the summary, this is kind of like he's kind of like a Robin Hood, but for the Christmas season. That's what I'm getting. Then we have 1986's The Christmas Star. I'm reading the summary of this. This sounds so fucking corny. But this is about a guy who escapes prison dressed as Santa Claus, and he's so convincing that he convinces 2 kids to help him, and they help him learn the true meaning of Christmas. It sounds like dumb fun. I have to watch it. And lastly, we have 2006's The Holiday. This is about 2 women. One's American, one's from the UK. They swap home places for Christmas, fall in love with a local man, and now they're like, oh my god, what do I do? It seems like a funny rom-com. I'm usually not a rom-com fan, but it's forgivable around the Christmas season. I feel like Christmas is the perfect time for cheesy romance. And that is it. Those are the 25 movies I would like to watch this Christmas season. Lord knows if I'm actually going to achieve that. I hope I do, but in the past years, I can't even get halfway there. So y'all can hold me to it. Let me know down below if you've seen any of these movies, and let me know your thoughts on them. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the drill. Without further ado, I'm gonna peace out, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao, tutti.